All right, so skill of the Pythagorean theorem, and this is the first time that we're going to look at story problems. But let's stop and think about it. Raise your hand if you can actually solve, using Pythagorean theorem, a missing side of a triangle. Can you find a leg or a hypotenuse if we give you two sides? If I give you two sides, can you find the third? So the key to these story problems are, can you find the triangle described? Okay? So don't overthink it. A triangle will be described. Maybe they even give you a diagram where you see the triangle. It's got to be one or the other. It's the only way that it works. Now, once you can actually see the triangle, you can label it as ABC, right? And once you get ABC, you should have two sides. Plug them in, solve, presto. You're pretty much done. There's some complications they can throw in there, but that's it in a nutshell. So use whatever you need to get the information, and that keeps you going. Now, let's read this together. Notice that I have a spot here for the picture, and I have a spot here for the work, right? Darren left his apartment and walked 4 blocks north. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go and put a dot right here. This is Derek. Now, if he walks 4 blocks north, how can we quickly, on a picture we were not in art class, how can we do it? Go 4 blocks north, so let's go have it this way, and just, I don't know, put a 4 next to it. Next, and then turned and walked 3 blocks east. Well, if you need to, how many people remember that in social studies class? North, east, southwest. You probably have some sort of memory tool. So he's turning and he's walking this way. How many blocks, guys? 3. Now, for some reason, he bet his friend Mary that he could fly his drone back to his apartment in a what? Straight line. Well, this is where Darren is. This is where Darren was. And we want to go in a straight line. So can you just maybe do like a dashed line? You don't even have to do a dashed line. It could be a solid line. But he's wanting to fly the drone back. I think it would be next to impossible. I don't know what the distance is on those drones, but I'm sure there's some out there. If it's expensive enough, he could. Probably not Darren's. If Darren succeeds, how many quote blocks? Since this is 4 blocks and that's 3 blocks, can we figure out how long this distance is in quote blocks? Could we figure that out? Sure we can. If he turned to the right, wouldn't that be a right angle turn? And that is the key. There's your right triangle. Hey guys, do you already know what the answer is? What is it? You're right. It would be 5 blocks. How do I know that? Because that's a 3, 4, 5 triangle. That's one of the Pythagorean triples that shows up so much. But let's just say that you didn't know how to do this. Well, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. You plug in your information here. 4 squared plus 3 squared equals the hypotenuse there. Isn't that 25 right there? Yep. And now what do we do to put this? What do we put over the 25 to get the c all by itself? Square root or radical sign. So what is the answer to the radical of 25? 5. So we know it would fly how many blocks? It would fly 5 blocks. There we go.